The performance of the enterprise SSD market on the whole has been impacted by the falling NAND flash prices, according to TrendForce. This is the enterprise SSD revenue market forecast to drop by 20% in 4Q 2022. The recent easing of the tighter supply for components has led to rising shipment for enterprise servers. Furthermore, ODMs, for the most part, have been able to sustain the momentum of data center build out of the demand from ByteDance and the tender issued by Chinese telecom companies. Nevertheless, the performance of the enterprise SSD market as a whole has been impacted by falling NAND flash prices. For the third quarter, 3Q 2022, the NAND flash industry enterprise SSD revenue dropped by 28.7% quarter-on-quarter to 5.22 billion, according to the TrendForce. Furthermore, all enterprise SSD suppliers recorded a negative performance for period as well. Regarding individual enterprise SSD suppliers' revenue figure for 3Q 2022, Samsung posted around $2.12 billion, and its market share also shrank to 40.6% from 44.5% in 2Q 2022. Samsung's performance was mainly dragged down by the decline in its NAND flash ASP. In the aspect of the product development, SSDs featuring 128 layer NAND flash and the PCIe 4.0 will remain Samsung's main offering for enterprise storage during 2023. Going forward, Samsung and its competitors could use the opportunities provided by the diversity of server CPUs to raise SSD shipment. Presently, AMD is expanding its market share for server CPUs thanks to widening the adoption of each solution among CSP and ODMs. At the same time, CSPs are starting to develop their own CPUs, also penetrate late in the climbing for server CPUs based on the ARM architecture, and the new CPUs will support higher data transfer rate for storage solution. Another noteworthy development is on the Open Compute Project (OCP). The portion of the enterprise SSDs that are conform to the specification set under OCP is expected to grow in the future. All in all, there are new sources of demand that Samsung can tap into. However, the competition in the enterprise SSD market will intensify as well, so Samsung will face difficulties in keeping its market share at almost 50%. SK Group, encompassing SK Hynix and Solidigm, saw its enterprise SSD revenue dropped to about 1.21 billion dollars for 3Q 2022. SK Group is in the process of acquiring Intel's NAND flash and SSD business, and the resulting benefits become much more apparently next year. Solidigm will start mass-produce PCIe 5.0 SSDs that support OCP specification in 2023. This will create opportunity for greater cooperation between SK Group and some North American CSPs. Also, samples of the PCIe OCP products are now being qualified by the server OEMs, so the demand for them is expected to keep rising. In addition to this development, TrendForce latest investigation finds that the SK Group is close to completing its plan for developing a comprehensive lineup of enterprise SSDs and establishing market position for this product. With a full range of the flexible prices TLC, QLC, and PLC offerings, SK Group should be able to raise its market share for enterprise SSDs in the future. Western Digital (WDC) posted $673 in enterprise SSD revenue for 3Q 2022, even though WDC only began focusing on the enterprise SSDs last year and has yet to finish customer sampling for its PCI 4.0 product. TrendForce has observed the supplier has expanded its partnership with the North America client to formulate a proactive pricing strategy. Therefore, it has a good chance to surpass most of its competitors in revenue for 4Q 2022. On the other hand, an examination of each client base reveals that WDish apparently has no substantial follow-up plan for the development of the product featuring the SAS interface. Furthermore, the revenue performance of each PCI 3.0 product in 2023 is not expected to see as descendant as it has been this year because customers will making upgrades in order to obtain the higher data transfer rate. Therefore, WDC has to quickly get more clients to qualify its PCIe 4.0 product so that it can effectively remain its market share to enterprise SSDs. Micron's enterprise SSD revenue slid to around $656.2 million for Q3 2022 due to the marginal downward correction to several OEMs demand. Regarding product development, Micron already launched 176-layer PCIe 4.0 enterprise SSD so early on, but customer sample took longer than initially anticipated for this product. Thus, the supplier is also progressing slower than originally expected in ramping up shipment of the PCI Enterprise SSDs as a whole, and SATA currently remains as a mainstay in suppliers' offering. TrendForce believes the raising shipment of the PCI 4.0 product will be one of the Micron's priorities for next year. With market growth gradually slow down for SATA product, Micron will be more constrained in an attempt to significantly increase enterprise SSD revenue. Kioxia begins stepping up the shipment of its PCIe 4.0 product into Q3 2022. Meanwhile, demand was holding steady for its SAS product. Hence, the supplier's enterprise SSD revenue came to about $559 million. Looking ahead, Kioxia will commence mass production for PCIe 5.0 PCI SSDs near the end of this year. Moreover, the supplier has made sure that the specification of each PCI product to support OCP. As for 2023, Kioxia has a chance to raise its enterprise SS revenue over the quarters as more quick clients qualify its PCI product. TrendForce also believed Kioxia will be a grow its market share due to having a comprehensive range of their offering that encompass SATA, PCIe, and SAS. However, Kioxia has to further improve the flexibility of each supply chain. Resolving this urgent issue will determine whether the supplier can maintain stability and meeting client demands. Moving into 4Q 2022, economic headwinds have compelled companies across most sectors to scale back equipment-related expenditure. Meanwhile, several OEM have taken steps to rein in the rising inventory, so the momentum of their product activities have slowed down noticeably. Looking specifically at China, a turnaround and its demand situation is not expected to occur in the near future, as there will be not another wave of several related tenders coming forth, with supply glut rapidly worsening around the whole NAND flash market. The overall average contract price, or ASP, of enterprise SSDs is projected to fall by more than 20% QoQ for 4Q 2020. This, in turn, will also lead a QoQ decline of the more than 20% in enterprise SSD revenue. Today, thank you for your time for reading this article.